Hey everybody, this is Annika from Einstein's Workshop. Today we're going to be making some pixel art using an online program, also called Pixilart, though that's P-I-X-I-L. You can find this website just by searching it up, or at the address pixilart.com. To start, we're going to go ahead and press the big Start Drawing button on the main page, and then it's going to look something like this. If it's your first time, there'll be a welcome message up here. For this video, I'm going to press skip, but you're welcome to click through and see what tips it has to offer. Once that's done, Pixilart may ask you to make a new drawing. If you don't see the screen, go ahead and click on File up in the top left, and then New. There are a few preset sizes. I personally like to start with a small canvas so that each pixel is easier to see. You can also type in your own size down here. Once you're all set, go ahead and hit the blue New Drawing button. It might give you a message like this, but you can see my page is already blank, so I'm fine to hit OK. Now, the tools. First is the pencil tool. It draws one pixel at a time, and you can drag your mouse to draw more. The eraser tool works the same way, only it erases. Notice this checkerboard pattern underneath. That means that those areas will be see-through in the final image. Up at the top are the undo and redo buttons. If I make a mistake, I can go back a step. If I change my mind, I can redo it as well. Let's back it up all the way to a clear canvas and draw something new. Up in the top right is a small view of my whole picture. I can use the magnifying glasses underneath to zoom in and out. Let's get started with the drawing. When it comes to pixel art, I usually have a lot of fun trying to draw different foods. I haven't made anything pink in the past, so I think I'll go ahead and try to make a strawberry milkshake today. To start off, I make the main shape of what I want to draw. In this case, it's going to be the shape of the milkshake glass. This part can be a little messy while you scribble a bit, and that's okay. Some of the fun is trying out different things and seeing which shapes look best. In this case, I'm trying to make my shape symmetrical, but other things like potatoes or pickles might not look the same on both sides. Once I have an outline, I use the fill bucket tool to help me fill it all the way in. The little preview in the top right really helps me see how the whole picture looks, even when I'm zoomed in. To change colors, I can pick the color I want from the options in the lower right. I'm adding a darker pink to be the shadow on the milkshake. Since a real milkshake is 3D, I draw a bit of a curved shape to make it look a little rounder. To draw a milkshake in a fancy, old-fashioned kind of glass, so these lines are like the ridges on the outside of the glass. If I make a little mistake, I can go back down and pick my other pink to fix it. I can also use the eyedropper tool on the side to pick a color straight from my picture. Then I just have to switch back to the pencil in order to draw. Another line up top for the lip of the glass. I want to give my glass a fancy little foot, so I'll keep drawing in dark pink to get the shape of it first. It's possible to store two colors at once if you click these arrows down here in the lower left. Then all you have to do to switch between them is press the arrows again or hit X on your keyboard. Now, time to add a new color for the glass itself. I'll go with a light blue-green. I'm just tracing the outline of my shape to start. The foot down here is all glass, so I'll fill it in. It can be a little tricky to see a light outline against this background, so I keep checking the top right to see how it looks. I think it would look even nicer with one more shade of pink for the lightest parts. I'm keeping it near the top and left, away from the shadow. A little swirl of ice cream for the top. And a cherry for decoration. The cherry even gets its own shadow. And highlight. Oops, picked the wrong shade of pink for my new shadows. No problem. I can just use the eyedropper and paint bucket to fix it. From here, it's just playing with shapes and colors to see what looks best. I've added a little more shadow to the top half, so I'll bring some light pink down as well. Adding single pixels of color can help add texture and blend neighboring chunks of color. Whenever I change something, I usually give the top right a little glance to see how it makes the overall picture look. I'm pretty happy with the ice cream part of our milkshake, so now I'm adding a darker color to the glass. Glass can be tricky to draw, but luckily Pixilart leaves a lot to the imagination. I'm mostly putting the new color wherever I think it would look nice. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but I don't know until I give it a try. One more light color for the brightest or clearest parts of the glass. I'm just trying things out. There's no one best way to do it. Time for finishing touches. Maybe a straw would look nice? Let's see if I can give it stripes. Brighter stripes? It looks a little strange up here in the preview. I'll just leave it a solid color and add a little shadow. A bit of bright blue might look nice on the glass. That blue might be a bit too bright. If I want to adjust a color just a little, I can also click on it down here and move this circle until it's how I want it to look. When it finally comes time to save, click on the download button up near the top. Remember that our canvas is actually very small. It's only 32 by 32 pixels in my case. Fortunately, Pixilart lets you download your image at a variety of sizes. Depending on the size that you start with, you can go all the way up to, in my case, 960 by 960 pixels, which is a much larger version of this drawing. Once that's done, hit download. Remember that my background is transparent. Depending on where I view the image, it'll have the background color of whatever's behind it. If I want to have more control over that, I can use the bucket tool to give it a solid background. Be careful when doing this to not use a color that's already on the outside of your picture, or else using a different fill later will color in some of your pixel art as well. I liked the yellow. Let's use that one. There you go. That's how you make pixel art using Pixilart. Hope you had fun. Thanks for watching.